赤コーナー175センチ 87.5 キロミノワマン
BetOnFighting.com has Hiroshi Izumi at plus 134. Mi노와맨 at minus 164. A sellout crowd here for Dynamite 2010 at the Saitama Super Arena. Michael Chiavello, Frank Trigg, and the Hanslater, Hans Thompson with you ringside. 3 rounds of 5 minutes each between Mi노와맨 and Hiroshi Izumi.
That's unfortunate, but I think Mi노와man's old style of rolling around and getting an E-bar or whatever is not going to work on this one, which is probably his best shot of winning this fight. And I don't know if either guy has the power to knock the other guy out on their feet without doing just a wild haymaker.
Mi노와맨, who at Dynamite last year knocked out Sokaju to win the Super Hulk Championship after he defeated Bob Sapp and Hongman Choi to get there. It was a superhuman effort from the smallest man in the lineup. He sticks up the jab there, Mi노와맨.
I love Mi노와man fighting guys a lot bigger than him, who's more agile. I think guys are bigger but have more athletic ability, like he is in this fight. I think it's just dangerous for him.
Hiroshi Izumi, who's been known to let his ego get the better of him and stand and trade with opponents, whereas he should be relying more on his judo skills. We see what he does here tonight. Mi노와맨, don't forget, has an incredible 32 submissions in 86 professional fights. He has submitted 17 opponents with his trademarked leg locks.
I think Izumi will get hit one time, off with that leaping right hand that Mi노와man's throwing, and I think he's going to finally realize it's time for judo.
Izumi, who prepared with Yoji Anjo in preparation for this fight. One of the more unremarkable records in mixed martial arts, Yoji Anjo, 0-5-1.
Is that reversed? You just read it, or is that the right?
That is right, 0-5-1, Yoji Anjo.
Anjo also famous for taking a public, very bad beating from Rickson Gracie when he went down there with a TV crew to challenge Rickson at his dojo.
Oh yeah, that's right. Oh, I knew that name was familiar. Rickson beat him up really bad. Wow.
Uppercut went so high I heard organs playing. Nice stiff jab there from Mi노wa, pops off the right hand to the jawline of Izumi. Izumi looks to be carrying a lot of extra weight around the midsection here.
Yeah, he really does. He seems to get thicker every time, but not thicker in the good way. More Homer Simpson-ish.
Overhand right from Mi노와맨.
Mi노waman, after all of his years of fighting, still keeps his hands very low when he boxes.
Mi노와man thought about dropping down to a single leg there. Still on their feet, not a lot happening here in the first round. Overhand right from Mi노wa, just to the inside as Izumi slipped to the outside. He goes to the liver section, off the lead hand as Mi노wa. Nice stiff jab. And again, snagged him on the nose there.
Minowa's going to start throwing his jab now all the time. It's starting to sneak in. Every time he throws, it's landing.
Oh, and again plants him on the schnoggin. Izumi takes the back here of Mi노wa.
Mi노wa looking for his outside Kimura.
We're on the canvas for the first time. Mi노wa in the 4-point position. Now up onto his knees. Izumi has his back with under 2 minutes remaining. Trying to take out that right leg there, Izumi.
The problem is that in judo there's not very many back chokes without a gi on, so I don't really see Izumi doing much from this position where another grappler, another submission guy would be worried. Minowa's rolling under.
Top position, Izumi, inside control now, the judoka. He attended a private high school that was known for judo that also produced Hidehiko Yoshida and Makoto Takemoto. And the referee just moves them back to center ring away from the ropes. All part of Dynamite 2010. Wherever you're watching Facebook, hope you're enjoying all the action from the sold-out St. Super Arena.
In my opinion, with Minowaman in this position, he's got a guy that's athletic, strong, and knows what he's doing, can hold him down this whole round. He needs to get off his back. He's flat on his back. It's a bad position. He needs to get to his side, palm his hand in, his right arm in, off the head, underneath, and try to get onto his side. That'll relieve some of the pressure on his neck, too. But this is a bad spot to be with a guy like Izumi on top of you that's so strong. It's almost like he's trying to punish Minowaman underneath there. It's not a real good submission. It's more a pain submission. Izumi just attack that arm he's got a hold of.
Forearm across the throat there momentarily from Izumi. Hammer fist strike to the side of the head. Doesn't look like he has a lot of options here, Hiroshi Izumi. 3-1 in his short career, mounts Minowaman. That's better now. Can he posture up against some ground and pound? Minowa gives his back. Can Izumi capitalize? Minowa back to his feet now.
Smart, Minowa's put himself in a corner.
Rattling in those left hands there is Hiroshi Izumi. Gut munching knee, tries to fold him in half. Minowa forced to cover up in the blue corner now. These aren't effective punches though from Izumi.
See, that's
the towels.
Sorry about that, Michael. That's the experience of Minowaman. He knew that the bell was coming, so he wasn't going to try and waste any energy. Just stand in and try to keep it up. He pretty much concluded that he's, look, I've lost this round. Let me just keep from getting hit too much and wasting too much energy. I'll stay put and ride out this round, and we can reset here in the corner.
Hans, what was the reaction like here in Japan following his last fight against Satoshi Ishii, Minowaman, where he lost a very lackluster contest?
From what I can tell, the general feeling was that he was just in there to be a warm body for Ishii to fight against. You can see that they're trying very hard to push Ishii and Izumi because of their Olympic backgrounds, and Minowa wasn't really supposed to win that fight. He was just supposed to be in there for Ishii to fight, essentially.
Minowa's career, again like Tokuro's earlier on tonight, and Carl Uno's, is a who's who of mixed martial arts. Wins over Don Fry, Butterbean, Kimo, Phil Baroni, Gilbert Idell, Giant Silva, Hongman Choi, Sokuju, Sport Vanderlei Silva, Funaki, Krokop, Sakuraba, Bustamante, Rampage is here tonight. There's Izumi's father.
Round 2.
Looks like he wants to go fishing. Second round of action. Minowa just faking with the cross here. He landed a couple of nice jabs in the opening round. Did the punk. And there it is again. Smack bang to the nose. He's very fast with that lead hand. Is Minowa. He fakes the shot. Overhand right. Double leg here from Izumi. Puts Minowa on his back, goes into side control.
Got his arm caught, frees his head, needs to sit up and start punching, but he's only had 4 fights, Izumi, so he's not really sure of his position, but he's in a great position right now to finish. He's got Minowaman's hand, far hand caught between his legs, and his near hand caught with his arm. He can sit up and start punching anytime he wants to.
In his judo career and in his MMA career so far, though, Izumi has not proved to be much of a finisher.
And it's not, and the problem is, you would say he's not much of a finisher due to he just hasn't found that position yet or found the rhythm. But he doesn't even put himself in a position to really finish. That's one of the things that kind of frustrates me about him, because there are so many great finishing submissions that transfer from judo into MMA that he hasn't even remotely even tried. He's kind of a thrower and lay on top of you kind of guy when it comes to ground and pounding, and I think he's underutilizing his skills that he's gotten from winning that silver medal in judo.
Into the rib cage there from Izumi off the right leg, still in side control here on Minowa. Pushing that forearm across the throat again. Referee calling for action.
Have to finish, Izumi.
They're even yelling at Izumi now. Tell him work the finish. And, this is an issue when you're a guy that's not a finisher. You have to spend a lot of energy not finishing a guy.
It's always interesting when they speak English to the 2 Japanese fighters in there too.
I've always found that very strange. I always thought that was funny too. They give you final instructions in the ring, and there was always in English. And there's 2 Japanese guys out there. Let's just use Japanese.
Full mount now from Izumi, takes the back here in Minowa. And he capitalized, though. He couldn't in the first round when he had a similar position.
Izumi is so good at holding position. You know, he's a grinder. Like we talk about a lot of guys in the States that kind of have not a boring style, but like a slowing down style. They kind of hold you down and kind of ride you out. And Izumi's becoming one of those fighters.
And Minowa maybe slip out the back door here and look for a way to set up one of his patented heel hooks, toe holds, leg locks.
Middleman's in a position right now to go head down and ass up and roll into that leg lock. And he chose to stand up, which for me, I think he would have rolled underneath and tried to at least attack a leg.
Trying to sweep out the leg there, Izumi. They're pressed up against the blue turnbuckle. Down they go to the canvas. Izumi pounding away to the side of the head here of Mi노와맨. Nice knee to the ribcage from Izumi, and Minowa falls backwards. No up kick from Minowa. He's hurt here. He's been hurt, Mi노와맨. And Izumi's going to lose the opportunity to try and pound him out from his back. Minowa onto his feet, turns back into it, but he was stunned momentarily. Not often you see Minowa rattle like that. Izumi takes out the right leg, puts him on his back again. Good work from the judoka.
We've seen Mi노와맨 get hit by guys that are 50, 60, 70, 80 pounds heavier than him and not get rocked like that. Izumi must have some pretty strong power behind those arms for those. Even though they're arm punches, he's still got to have some good power behind him because Mi노와맨 was rocked right there.
The equilibrium was gone on Minowa for a moment. Now he seems to have been recovered. Inside the full guard here is Hiroshi Izumi. Dead center of the ring. Minowa just trying to control the Izumi's posture.
Izumi's corner telling Minowa doesn't have any submissions from there. You're okay.
I wouldn't count on that. Minowa trying to pull the head down, and he does so successfully. Needs to lock up that right arm, and he does so now, controlling the wrist. Minowa looks to throw the legs up. Closes the guard again. Locking up that right arm of Izumi, that being the power arm. Izumi gets a 3 now and lands a strike. Feet on hips here from Minowa. Izumi trying something that was really nothing. And now he's going to take his back again. Hammer fist strikes to the side of the head. He curls the knuckles in on the other side. I'm really not sure if Izumi has any submission options whatsoever in his repertoire, Frank.
No, he hasn't even tried. Not a Kimura, not an armbar, nothing at all. It's amazing to me that for a guy that is so good at judo and practices as a younger child that he just doesn't have that ability at all.
I don't know, Frank, is it just me or is Mi노와맨 lacking something in this fight and in the last one with Satoshi? It's not the Mi노와맨 we've come to love.
I don't want to say anything because I know he's your favorite fighter, so I'm trying to not say anything about let you know that I think it's time for Mi노와맨 to kind of move on. This is the second fight that it hasn't really worked. His style is not that it hasn't improved, but everyone's trying to figure it out as well. So he needs to kind of either adapt a whole new ability in here or stop it, because he's going to become a way of a fighter we're probably going to see fight later on tonight, but I also believe should get out. He's going to start getting beatings, and when he's so trying to not say anything about let you know that I think it's time for Mi노와맨 to kind of move on. This is the second fight that it hasn't really worked. His style is not that it hasn't improved, but everyone's trying to figure it out as well. So he needs to kind of knee slide out, sit, what we call in wrestling sit and turn. I want you to sit and turn into him, try to keep rolling out. A lot of people have said it's Mi노와man's rock and roll style where he just keeps rocking and rolling and trying to get back from that knee. He's got to start attacking the legs. He's got no shot of taking him down or getting a punch, winning a battle of striking. He just doesn't have that ability right now.
Here we go, third and final round of action. Time is now against Mi노와맨. He's got to swing the pendulum. He's got to find something. He leads with the right hand, but unsuccessful, and he gets taken down. Nicely done by Izumi. Inside control once more.
The one thing I say about Izumi that I really, really like is he always ends up past when he takes the guy down. He's always past the guard, and now he's attacking that far side. Looking for a little bit of a Kimura, but Mi노와맨 has got great submission defense from those styles because he knows what to do. He knows how to use his knee properly to get out of positions. He knows how to keep his arms right. This is going to be a long road for Izumi if he wants to submit him here, and then Mi노와맨n just cannot stay in this position.
It's a nice back elbow to the midsection there a moment ago from Hiroshi Izumi. And you see a huge welt on the outside thigh there. The toe imprints from an Izumi leg kick.
See, in this position, you can't really throw, big heavy shots, just little peppering shots. Always working to move, and he saw Izumi for a second, trying to get that right arm of Middleman back underneath his legs to get him into a crucifix position, not for the submission set, but for the punching set.
Son of a fisherman, Hiroshi Izumi takes the back again of Mi노와맨. They'll be celebrating the Tsukiji fish market tomorrow morning if he wins this one, Izumi. Oh, geez. Slapped him. Gangster slap off the right hand. Open palm strikes. Almost to the back of the head there. Lucky not to get cautioned. And now he kills it around.
That's an Ike Turner slap.
Nice knee to the hamstring area there from Izumi. No submissions at all in his repertoire. All he is doing is pounding away on the very stubborn and hard head of Mi노와맨.
Are we sure he's a silver medalist in judo and not a silver medalist in wrestling? Because he looks like an old wrestler where he's no submission at all.
He's been training a lot of wrestling lately. He apparently says he's going to attempt to compete in wrestling in the London Olympics.
Not going to happen. In his weight class, Japan's got a really good guy. There's no way in hell he can break the team.
You see Izumi there looking at the referee saying, come on ref, maybe stop this one, he's not defending. But these aren't hard punches by Izumi. Mi노와맨's going to get out of here in a moment, surely. Izumi's going to blow himself out, and there's still a long way to go here. 2 minutes 35 in the final round. Oh, now he is raising those hammer fists nice and high. And Mi노와 finally locks up the wrist. He's got to scoot out of there, Mi노와맨. He's getting beaten on the punch. Izumi just chopping away like an axeman.
He's not doing anything. I mean, they keep asking Mi노와맨, is he okay? Is he okay? He's I'm fine, I'm fine.
It's all over. Hiroshi Izumi has pounded out Mi노wa. A great victory for Izumi, but a sad sight to see. Mi노와맨 get pounded out by a guy he would have submitted, I dare say, with these a couple of years ago.
Not even a couple of years ago. I think he would have submitted him. He would have fought out and submitted him maybe even 6 months, 8 months. A year and a half ago, he would have been able to get into this. He just, there's so many going on with Middleman. He didn't slide off the shelf. He fell off the cliff. And it's kind of weird. His last 2 fights that we commentated, he really hasn't done anything of the old Middleman. He just hasn't had that. He doesn't have that snap, that fire. He's getting taken down pretty much at will. He's getting beat up, and he's just laying on his back and just trying to hold on for time to run out.
As I said earlier, Hans, when he made his way out, he got the biggest audience pop of the night so far. I still say he's among the top 3 Japanese MMA stars here in Japan. Mi노와맨. You fear, as Frank and I have suggested, his stock is going to take a plummet if he continues with performances like this.
This could be just wear and tear, guys, with 86, now 87 fights. That could be it for him.
And folks, coming up next, we move up to the heavyweight division. It's Tatsuya Mizuno taking on Sergey Kharitonov.